Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Avowed, with me, BringItDon. Let's meet with the council.
If we open our gates to Outlanders, we stand to lose everything. They will corrupt our people, destroy our traditions.
Our entire society faces destruction if we do. We need the rest of the world.
The reason Solace Keep has stood for so long is because we've stood alone. Do not question our ways, Kostya.
I understand, Mihala. But Solace Keep is dying. Surely it wouldn't hurt to consider a different route.
We will talk about this later. A guest.
Collection of papers. A stack of meeting minutes, notes, and assorted papers. For the most part, it is a collection of bureaucratic effluvia. Hidden amongst them, marginalia and footnotes, is a series of handwritten exchanges between Kostya and Mihala, scrawled in shorthand and dripping with excessive punctuation. The two never seem to be in agreement about anything. Mihala writes most of her entries in full sentences. Kostya, on the other hand, shows a deep love for rude sketches. Councilman Kostya, as per a conversation on the topic, we're supposed to present a united front, not whatever that was. It's come to my attention that certain parties have been intercepting my letters to Adir. While I'm uncertain who might be responsible, I'd advise the culprit to stop doing so. The margins of our meeting notes are not for caricatures, that is all. I look forward to another several hundred years or so of working with someone more stubborn than stone. Sneak this way and check out the other office. Torn page from a journal. A yellow piece of paper modeled with water stains. It is written in Kostya's sprawling cursive. Most of it is unintelligible, but for a few lines are legible. I am done, but I have a spirit through my heart. I cannot take the zealotry any longer. Now when everything we hold precious stands to burn to cinders because Mihala decided a dead man's words are more valuable than the lives of our people. What will it take to make her understand? Does Solace Keep me to fall apart before she opens her eyes? Writings of Serena 3. I'm grateful to Levu for playing the Zealot. He draws in all the mean little rhetorical fights, so I can focus on the work. But, must he preach from Eugen's walk? Should Nandru's living word really ring out in the killing pit? Of course Levu denies Nandru's divine inspiration. Levu claims I have as much claim to lead Solace as Nandru ever did, and that the new law is whatever I decide it must be. Does he actually believe it? Or is he playing the firebrand, so I could appear to temper him? There is a terrible danger in turning away from the tablets. They were the wellspring of power in Solace, and whoever controlled their interpretation controlled our course. But the tablets themselves were fixed, unchanging, objective. That rigidity was killing us, just as it would shatter bad steel. But it also limited the council to narrow roles. Now that the living word lives in us, it can be turned to anyone's ambition. We're shooting terrible rapids, with civil war on one side, and slow ruin on the other. I must change Nandru's word to guide Solace forward, and to bury the secrets of our founders' past. Interesting. And I must hurl that changed word as far into history as I can. I must fix it all as tradition, and embed the source of that tradition deep in the past, where no craven counselor can reach it. So let Levu preach from the very crack of doom. Let him be the last voice before the plunge into acid. Give Serena her power, or we will all die. May they believe it in their hearts. I pray to Woduka, they never wonder why I am so set on dismissing Nandru's writings. There's a source to this land's madness. There's something alien here that must never be released.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We believe the Steel Garrote have entered the Tusks. Your lives are in danger.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the Tusks that can catch us unawares.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer.
I did what was needed.
Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, hmm? It sounds like you have something in mind.
Looking for a path to the garden.
There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
We've determined it's the source of the Dream Scourge.
Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
I'm a godlike of the being in the garden. Maybe Nandru was too.
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and he's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed Steel Garrote must be in the Tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
Could you at least tell us where we might look?
Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider, and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
My purpose is greater than the concerns of Kith.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you.
You're making a mistake, but I will respect your wishes.
Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Politicians are alike everywhere, aren't they?
Still lingering, Adiran?
We need to talk about Petru.
Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me. What about him?
A pretty lie. But we both know that's not what happened.
Pompous Adiran. I don't know how you found out, but I'd warn you to stay out of the Council's business. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solus and go against his oath. If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe, and he will stay far away from Solus until he can be trusted again.
Imprisoning those who have different ideas than you is wrong, Mihala.
You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Adiran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith. Still lingering, Adiran?
No, I'll be on my way.
Good.
So I suspect Costio is putting up a front while in front of Mihala.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way.
Raise an eyebrow quizzically. Yes?
I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help.
What is going on in Salus Keep?
There are just not enough resources to go around, and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath.
I mean, option 2 is kind of true. But you're picking your battles.
I am. I know I can't win all of them, and I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me?
What do you want from me exactly?
The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let an Adiran trade caravan slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation.
Why haven't you?
Mihala won't have it. Our isolation here is not elective, but imposed on us by her. And Nandru, and our long traditions. Tradition is a tricky thing to end, Envoy. People become attached, don't they, to the old ways of doing things? Even when those old ways are killing them. I have tried to broach the topic of trade with her many times. as have my predecessors with her predecessors, and clearly we have gotten nowhere.
What is she afraid of?
Outside influence. The call of the wider world. She doesn't voice it, but she fears that if our wardens know the comforts of the lands beyond our borders, they will want to leave the tusks.
She's right. There's a whole world out there free from all the Sokka and misery of Solace.
Then why shouldn't they leave?
I would rather abandon every tradition and forget who we are than watch my people suffer needlessly for pride.
Got me intrigued. Assuming I can help, what will you give me in return?
Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Steel Garrote are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman.
You knew about the Steel Garrote the whole time.
I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Steel Garrote who find it, I don't care.
What about duty?
Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe.
Can't argue with them on that.
The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us.
Ambassador Hilgard is a reasonable man. You don't need Ludwig's support.
It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
Solace Keep is just a place. You're looking for a way to help your people, aren't you?
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Steel Garrote in exchange for goods and gold.
That's a sensible trade in my book.
Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people.
So, I'm the Adiran envoy. I also have Ambassador Hilgard's ear. We don't have to make a deal with the Steel Garrote. I'm sure Mihala would love to hear this.
She already knows what I intend. And she doesn't care. Because she doesn't believe your empire could see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger.
You're a fool if you believe giving Adir a crumbling castle will protect you from them.
It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand.
You're allowed your opinions, and I'll have mine.
And you've shared them all with me. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too.
I see Ludwig. She's dead. Sorry.
I hear she is a death guard. She has died once already and been returned to life by Wodica. Do you believe yourself more powerful than a god?
There's no Kether god whose strength I can't challenge.
I imagine this has something to do with your godlike features? But your relationship with your god is none of my business. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also,
Yeah, they can forge an alliance without the Steel Garrote. That's literally that's what I'm here for. I'm the envoy. Glare stoically.
goodbye then. Please, be discreet with what I've told you.
Let's go tell Bahala. I mean, I think he has... I mean, he strikes me the wrong way. In fact, Mahala seems fairly reasonable.
Still lingering, Adirin?
Castia's been making moves behind your back.
I'd watch your tongue, Envoy. Slandering a council member is not going to get you far. But talk, Envoy.
He's trying to make deals with a deer behind your back. Oh, the Steel Garrote might become a problem because of Castia.
Envoy, I understand your people are in awe of the Steel Garrote, but we have no fear of them here. Let them come. We will put them in their place if they step out of line. Try not to waste my time, Envoy. Some of us have real work to do. Good.
I wanted to tell her where they were at so she could send some troops to back us up. I go there and, fight all of them.
Elder Grigor is an old friend. He'll have what he needs.
Any news, Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. No, the Council's still going at it. You know how Mihala is.
Well, Saka, fine. Come find me when they're free. Won't be able to do anything until I talk to Mihala.
Of course, Captain. And, good luck.
Make it quick, Adirin.
I spoke with Mena. He thinks Petra is doing something at the abandoned Warden Tower.
Fuitu! That tower's been off limits ever since the Zarips raided it. That Neem dude could be in serious danger.
Fuitu. A lumber interjection, literally... Frick. I'll save him. A few Zarps are no match for me.
It's more than a few, Adirin. Though I admire your courage. Good luck out there. Only the bravest wardens venture out into the primordial depths.
Name like that, I could imagine why. Here we go. Back out of the keep. Went to a camp and speak to my companions. And then... I guess I'll go to the southeast and see the collapsed bridge. Knowing that the bridge isn't there, there's no way to access the garden. There should be an issue with hitting that quest marker.
An outlander.
Well, it's gone anyway. I still want to go check it out.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack.
What kind of unconventional equipment?
A corporeal inverter. In layman's terms, it replaces living things with dead things by killing them. Maybe it wasn't my smartest investment, but I thought it had research potential.
Mahala is just trying to protect her people.
Old customs struggling to fix new problems. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you.
Wherever I go, I have to prove myself to strangers.
Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. Until next time.
Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories, not all happy ones.
Did something happen to you here?
I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left.
They took you in from where exactly?
I'm not sure. I was hoping you could help with that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, over the years, I started getting the feeling I was lied to, like everyone in Solace knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters.
You think they were hiding something about your past?
Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it.
Take a moment, Marius. Breathe.
Right. Okay. Thanks. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. Now I think I might have a lead on what happened. Or at least, something that might bring me peace. Since we entered Solace, I've been... Memories have come flooding back. It's been all I can think about.
It's only natural. You were gone a long time.
Seeing Mihala, I remembered coming here as a child, but there's more. There was a village, and something went wrong.
Tragedy can fracture one's soul. You can lose memories in the process.
That sounds about right. But if my soul is fractured, I don't remember why. If I am fractured, what do I do? How do I fix it?
It would create new memories as the fractures come together.
Right. Makes sense. Doesn't help with the stuff I can't remember. I need to find that village, if it exists. There's something there I need to find. I just wish I knew what it was.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Not at all, but I feel like I need to. Anyway. Until next time. Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the village.
That's understandable.
I'm tired of it. You need me focused, especially in the tusks, or just breathing wrong can kill you. Still, I don't know why I'm thinking about this village, or even why it feels so important. What if I get there and... oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing?
The only way to know is to go there and find out.
But maybe it's better not to know. There was a story. The warden who saw the future.
What was it about? Probably a self-fulfilled prophecy.
There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She'd think about things and they would come to pass. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her friend would die of exposure. It happened.
Were you the young warden by any chance?
Kamayu. One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck by a terrifying thought. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps, or ogres, or fire blights from the wastes.
Mayu, a lumber term for smart butt or butthole, whichever works best in context. Plural kamai. So she left her post to stop the attack.
Oh, you've heard this one.
I'm just
The
guessing.
young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. They said she was delusional. So she left the tower to go protect Solace. And she found nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it.
Her future sight was just her worries about what might happen.
Exactly. So what if I'm seeing the future here? Maybe we should just stay on your original path.
You sought help from your unit. We're here to support you.
Well, I'm fortunate to have you all here. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure out. Anyway. You too.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change.
What do you think about Kostya's plan for a deal with the deer?
I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it.
Hargrun across Eora build and abandoned forts all the time. Kostya's way is actually more traditional.
I never thought about it that way, but you're right. Probably a good reason for that, too. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land.
But the peoples you've absorbed into your empire feel differently.
Some would, some wouldn't. You of all people would know there's no simple answer to that. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands?
That's not for me to say.
Perhaps there's no one who should make that decision, but someone will have to. Night, envoy.
Alright, so we're gonna hop on over to this. How does it go to cooldown until it's the effect is worn off? It's kind of lame. Be cool if it didn't have a cooldown while you're outside of combat. Oh, let's check on this guy. Just while we're running by.
I shall not soon
all right.
forget your kind.
Steel Garrote ahead. Something about...
As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Ludwine finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots.
Does that lead have anything to do with the tower behind you?
The tower calls, and it turns, and it calls, but for the roots we'd go, if not for the roots. The roots say your name, envoy. They say you told them to do it.
This is going to end very badly if you don't back off.
Yes. Goodbye. Yes. We withdraw from the hungry thing. Blood and smoke, smoke, death. I'll stand down. I'll stand down. But my people won't. Envoy, over here.
Who's there?
I want to dance.
It's the end.
Look right. Nice shot. On your right.
Everyone okay?
Well, we're okay. Is it the same for these guys? A lot of money on that guy. And that guy. Good, because I like money.
Yeah.
Ooh, Antler the Preserving Stag. Or Persevering Stag.
That looks...
Grants Core to Slaughter. Increases your damage against prone enemies by 75%. Despite their age, the tips of this antler are surprisingly sharp to the touch.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
I don't fiddle. Cool. Another piece down.
I'll never get used to watching you do that.
Let's look around. Maybe there's something in here.
We are close. Break the bars.
You sure do know how to show us the sights on it.
If it weren't so deadly and disturbing to look at, it'd be breathtaking.
Nandru's Journal. There are precious few legible entries in this journal, which was written centuries ago by a leader of the Pargruna named Nandru, who commanded the dwarves to build a permanent home in Galawain's tusks. Most of what survives details either the minutiae behind the construction of Solace Keep, or the relationships between the dwarves that followed Nandru's lead. There's one entry of particular note. The Godless Bridge has fallen. Perhaps that is for the best. I may have found another path to the garden, one better suited to conceal its secrets from the intrusive and the foolhardy. Neat. Alright. Let's teleport back up this way. Fine. We'll make it work.
Interesting.
That looks right.
I do kind of want to see... No breastplates. Let's go past that. So I'm specifically looking for items to give bonuses to my party members, to my companions. So I thought we had more that provided bonuses. Guess not. I mean, the Athasian set doesn't not match the breastplate that I've got on, so... So we'll just rock that. 'Cause the most important part of the Athasian set is the gloves for me. So, that works. But if we're gonna mismatch, I mean, let's see if there's better boots. Constitution and carry capacity. +2 might. Probably what I'll go with. Dodge distance seems okay too. Dexterity and dodge distance seems pretty good. Intellect and perception, that might be good too. The stamina regeneration rate seems pretty good. So, we have 3 options. Stamina regen rate, more tankiness. Dexterity, dodge distance, carry capacity, dodge distance, and might. I do like might. And I'm a little biased with the whole bricklayer thing. Got a little...
I want you to drink.
masonry experience myself, so... yeah, we'll rock that. Where's the printer might at? 17. We hit like a truck.
I'm not falling for that again. Tell me what it is first.
Boiled stainwood bark and wasp apple juice. Does wonders for the digestion.
My digestion is doing just fine.
Right. No, you're right. It's probably some other offensive smell coming from something else.
Well, you've done most of the cooking. Go easy on the peppers for a change.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Just drink the stuff. I made enough for the week.
I'd prefer candied ginger, but thanks.
Right. Yatsley was asking if there were earthquakes earlier today. I figured you'd rather get through this sooner rather than later.
Actually, real quick. Maybe this would be better. My dexterity increases attack speed. That's my biggest weakness at the moment. It might match the outfit a bit better too. My dexterity is only 2, so that's not great. Alright. Let's exit camp, then we'll call it here, and next time we'll head north across the bridge and begin exploring the northern side of Gallowayne's Tusks. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.